Hello, everybody.
Hi.
My name is Darren.
I'm Graham.
And we've seen a film called The Girl with All the Gifts.
We have.
My favourite of the pornos.
Yes.
What was your favourite gift? Mine was when she popped stuff out of herself.
Yeah, and then she puts them back in again.
Then they made a film that wasn't a porno that sounded just like it and was a zombie film. Tell us the story of that one.
The story of the zombie film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one starring Glenn Close and Paddy Considine.
Yes, and Gemma Arterton.
And the little girl who was amazing, whose name I don't know.
So the little girl who's nameless, who was very good.
Name's Melanie in the film.
Melania?
Melanie.
Yeah, Melanie.
Which I wondered if that's because that sounds a bit like melanoma. Melanomen. What's the cancer thing?
Melanin.
Melanoma.
Melanoma.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
a bit like a cancer, and zombies are a bit like a cancer on humans.
So you just alienated everybody watching this called Melanie.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically we're kind of like introduced to their world in an underground bunker. We don't know what's going on. There's kids strapped to wheelchairs and they're being taught lessons throughout the day, like
Proper
logic
restrained.
things and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got
How
like,
it should be.
yeah.
Little
Actual
bastards.
discipline for once. in
Yeah.
these
Bring back the
schools.
cane. That's what I say as somebody who wasn't old enough to get it and is now
Yeah.
too old to get it.
What is that? Is that like Michael Caine visiting the schools?
Oh,
and
like you don't know?
discipline
Well, you're about
them?
45. You used to forget the cane all the time because you believe in God or something.
Yeah, I think it kind of.
They
started
caned the god
something
into
in
you.
me, Yeah.
Did it?
And for basically everything.
So
hits
she's a
the
zombie.
fan.
There's zombies outside. Kids can be zombies,
Spoiler.
but yeah, that's not really. It's a zombie movie. So basically, anyone that was an adult who isn't human now is a zombie and a proper zombie.
Proper.
And anyone that's a kid is only a zombie when they're hungry.
That's not true.
Why?
That's not true.
Why?
It's not only the ones who were kids. It's the ones who were
Who were
parent.
born
They were in.
To zombies.
They were already in the womb.
Yeah, but there's no
then
other
the
kids.
mother
is there?
got the. Huh?
There's no other kids.
Well, they all died, didn't they?
Well, fine. So the only kids in this planet now are kind of half human, half zombie. So they're zombies when they get hungry, but they're human otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah. So what did you think of the film?
I really enjoyed it.
I thought it was phenomenal.
I didn't think it was phenomenal.
Well, then you're wrong.
I really enjoyed it. I
Why
thought
wasn't
it was
it
very
phenomenal?
good. Because I don't think it was.
What didn't you like about it?
Well, I think some of the
Oh God. Go
editing.
on. No, go on.
I'm allowed to complain about the filmmaking process, not.
Yeah, I know,
I'm
but
not
you're
trying
going to
to
complain
paint
about a
myself.
thing that wasn't a problem, but you know we can't prove right now to justify your it's not phenomenal thing.
All right, I'll just give it a general kind of thing. I just
What would you give it out of 5 stars?
4
Oh, come on. Why isn't it get 5? It's so good.
because you don't take halves.
No, I don't. So
Alright,
so
4
you
then.
hang on. So you would say 4.5 if I said you could have a half.
If we're
Surely a 4.5 rounds up to a 5.
no rounds down if it's a low 4.5,
Well, then it's 4 then, isn't
4
it?
and a quarter.
Oh, come on.
So
What did you like about the film?
all the acting was good.
The
I
acting
liked
was
Glenn
phenomenal.
Close. She was very good.
She was amazing. I mean, the main girl was probably the revelation.
She was the
Everyone else is just their
doing
usual
their
brilliant
thing.
self.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, so
I'm not criticising your compliment of
no,
Glenn
that's
Close's
fine. That's
performance,
fine. It's
obviously.
just I'm trying to understand where you draw the line because I mean, just because you haven't seen her acting before doesn't mean she's a revelation. Because Glenn Close in this film was a revelation.
Well, not really.
It's just you know what
Because
she's doing. She's on form.
About 65 years old and has been
And
acting for
with
the last 40
the experience
years.
of
Whereas
40
this
years.
8-year-old girl or whatever she is has none of that experience and is completely holding her own against a woman who has that experience.
No, I know.
So that's
And
the answer.
she's-
That's the answer then, isn't it?
I suppose.
Okay.
You know, and
Nailed that
everybody
one
was
off.
good in Gemma Arterton. She was very relatable as a
Mm-hmm.
character because she had all the humanity, whereas Glenn Close had the very kind of polar opposite.
Yeah, but the thing about I thought was really good about it is it starts off with these are the goodies and these are the baddies.
Oh.
And then by the end, I agreed with everyone.
Yeah, of course. Well, this is
So like,
Well,
and everyone became more human as it went on. Like Paddy Considine starts off as get away from those little bastards.
well, yeah, because
and then by
it's
the end he's kind of like,
survival, and he learns more about them, and he
Yeah,
realizes
and even
that
Glenn
she's not a
Close.
threat specifically, but the other ones were. To be fair to him,
oh no, I'm not criticising him. My point is that they just become more human. So it starts off, this is a nice little girl,
Yeah.
and this is a horrible man. But then as the film goes on, I'm not saying she's not a nice little girl, but you know, the middle kind
know
of
what you mean.
the morality in the black and white isn't so clean.
Hmm.
Yeah. So and Glenn Close too. So
yeah. But that's the whole point of the film. The film is
I'm just going
referenced.
to talk about the end because that's the bit everyone
That's
wants
the
to talk
kind
about.
of the main. That's
Yeah,
the whole.
that
crux of it,
end
isn't it?
really like came out the blue sort of for me.
Hmm.
It did a bit. No,
For you,
I feel
maybe, that's
really
fine.
bad for
For
Glenn
you,
Close.
if
I won't
that's-
spoil what happened, But you know when you're doing so well at something, then you say one thing, and you think, why'd I say that? If I'd said that, everything would be fine.
I thought that would be a trick, to be honest.
What, Glenn Close?
Yeah, what she said. I thought
really?
she was smarter than that.
See, that's when Glenn Close's character showed her humanity.
Yeah,
and it
by trusting
bit her
the
right in the
child.
arse, didn't it? Not literally. It's a zombie film. Yeah, and it's like a bit in The Great Escape where he speaks in English. Like, if you'd just gone one more second and not done that, you'd be fine. So yes, what are we talking about?
So yeah, no, but I think the film itself is the analogy that they use throughout with the cat in the box.
How is the film itself Schrodinger's cat?
Well, as you say,
I think,
like as you say, like the whole thing's blurred. Like it starts off being alive or dead, but now it's in the box and the box is closed. It's
also,
like,
everyone's in a box.
Well, that's
there's a little girl at the beginning in a box. Is she alive or dead? Is she technically a zombie? Is she alive or dead?
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you're living in a box, it's not much of a life. Yeah. So you're kind of dead, even though you're alive.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've understood Schrodinger's cat. I thought it was like a metaphysical quantum physics thing about is it alive? It's just like what quality of life has it got?
Yeah.
It's alive, but it's a very poor quality of life.
Yeah, because it
that makes sense to me
at any
now.
moment. Yeah.
Also, it's a generational thing. This film, because old people and young people don't get along.
Do you think that's what this is?
I think, yeah.
Have you read that somewhere, or is there anything confirmed?
I must have heard it somewhere. Well,
yeah, you don't have an
film
original thought, do you?
it.
But it's
Says you over there, who doesn't have any thought and just waffles his way through life.
Oh, here we go, aggression. There we are. Look, random.
Well, that was an original thought, wasn't it? For me. Where are you going?
I'm leaving. I just want to get a drink.
Oh. So I think it's a generational thing, old people versus young people.
But what makes you say that?
Because in the film, old people like Glenn Close and Paddy Considine, who counts as old because he's around your age, are
that's a blanket
children.
Yeah, they're versus children, but only because the children are rabid because they can avoid the actual zombies.
Well, we can't talk about the end, can we?
Why not?
All right, spoiler video. Spoilers. Don't watch this. You've not seen the film. It's pretty much when the girl says, why should I die for you? This is my world now. Why do I? So the old people are trying to oppress the young people, but it's the young people's world. Why should the old people be able to, put restrictions on young people like they do in real life with their voting and whatnot? Just because we don't vote.
Well, yeah, I know, but at the same time, it's just like. They do have the adults do have the. I mean, this little girl's obviously been trained up to have like impeccable kind of logic.
Yeah, but she's still a different species, and it is still her versus them. There's no way that film is ending well for her or them at the same time. There's no coexistence between them.
No, I get. Well, they can't be. The parameters of the equation don't allow for
the film by its entire setup is old people versus young people.
The whole So the
old people have a constant fear that young people are going to come along and erase everything they've done, and young people are constantly restricted by the decisions of old people.
The argument between tradition and progression, isn't it?
Tradition is the illusion of permanence, according to Woody Allen. I like that quote.
You like Woody Allen?
I do, and I hate tradition for the sake of tradition.
Has he ever done a zombie film?
No, I don't think he would do that kind of thing.
Right. Don't like that
although
idea.
George Romero has done lots of zombie films, and I love his movies, and I'm a big fan of zombie films. Particularly Ramirez, obviously. And this is a very good example of a zombie film, The Girl of All the Gifts, and is therefore one of my favourite films of this year so far.
Right. Well, you have an affinity for zombies, so you might enjoy a lackluster film more because it's
lackluster even remotely.
Who said that?
Nobody. But if they did, I would hit them right in their stupid face.
Oh my god.
Well, no. Arguably, my standards are higher because I've seen more.
But
you might see this and go like, that is the greatest thing I've ever seen, and I could be like, well, no, it's just the same as this film.
No, you've seen more because you have an affinity for them. So you've even seen the good and the bad. Yeah. And that's fine.
Well, there's lots I haven't seen, but yeah.
But you've enjoyed probably even the bad as well as the good?
No.
No. Probably, because it's zombies.
No.
So like World War Z.
Oh, no, that was a good film. Did you say Z?
I say it because that's how it was advertised.
I say Z, obviously.
Yeah, because we're British.
World War Z. The funny thing is, actually, I thought World War Z was pretty good until I saw this film, and they're actually quite similar, but this one's a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
This is the film that World War Z should have been, to misquote Alan Partridge, talking about Wings and the Beatles. So I recommend this film. Everyone go see it.
I recommend it too. It's really good.
Yeah, but I actually recommend it with all my heart.
It's 4.25 stars.
No, it's
and we're rounding that up to 4.5.
No,
but
Darren
doesn't
to
allow
5.
half, so
because it's a 5-star film,
so
we'll call it 5. Overall, it's a 5. Yeah, no, 5. Bye, everyone. 5 stars. Bye.
Obviously 4.
Bye.